Hello ladies and gents, my name's Eric and this is CSGO Starter Guide. This guide will be covering most of the basic knowledge and tips you will need to get started on your very own journey to global elite. Although this guide can be used in general CSGO play, this guide will focus on the competitive mode and not the casual modes such as Demolition. In this first video I will be talking about the mode in general and a bit about the general in-game concept, but no specific mechanics. If you are familiar with the competitive, then this video will not be for you. I would strongly recommend to subscribe so you get a notification when my next episode gets released, where we will, and I say will, get into the deeper things of competitive play. Alright, all the pleasantries out of the way, let's get into it. Counte-Strike Global Offensive Competitive. What is it? Well, competitive is a 5v5 bomb defusal mode. In other words, 10 players in the form of 2 teams is playing plant and defuse. One team, the terrorists, aims to plant and blow up the bomb. The other team, the counter-terrorist, aims to stop them from planting or to defuse the bomb should it be planted. At its core level, this is the aim of the mode. So how does it work? Now, compared to other FPS games, Counter-Strike is slightly different in its built up around economy. It sounds complicated, but with some time and a bit of thinking, it's really easy to get around. Alright, let's jump into the game and look at it from a practical point of view. When you join your match, you will start in something called warm-up. And at this point, it's basically a mode that is set to allow you to run around shooting things and people and dying without consequence. You'll just simply respawn and rebuy things. This is simply a place to just waste time until everyone is connected onto the server. But it's also a nice time to talk to your teammates and maybe even get to introduce each other, so you don't have to do that in the first round where you actually want to maybe focus on what's actually going on in the round. Alright, so the warm-up's ended and your first round boots up. You're getting into the match itself. Now the match works that you start on one of the sides, either terrorist or counter-terrorist, then you play 15 rounds and then you switch sides. And it's first to 16 to win the game. At 15 rounds you switch. This is what's called as half time. Now once in a match, how do you know where to go? I mean, if you're new to the game, how do you know the maps? Well, you don't need to. You have a minimap up in your top left that has a giant B and a giant A. Those are the 2 bomb sites where the bomb can be planted. Now as a CT, you want to sit on those until terrorist comes to you, and as a terrorist you want to try and make your way to them. The sites themselves are also planted with graffiti that symbolizes, for example, a letter. On one of them, for example, you can see clearly that there's a graffiti version of an A and even a B on another site. Now this indicates that here you can plant the bomb, and that is how you progress the game. Alright, so now you know how the game itself works, the mode works, and how you're gonna do in a competitive match, or what you're gonna do rather. But just to wrap up this video, I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a tip or some tips on some guns to use, or which guns to use, which is quite obvious. On your CT side, you want to use the pistol 5.7 and the rifle M4A4. You can discuss that you might want to use the A1S, but I prefer the A4. As the terrorist, your pistol will be Tech 9 and your rifle will be AK-47. Those will be your go-to things automatically. They're cheap, they're good. On both sides, you might want to go for the AWP or the P90 depending on your skill level. Alright, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Next episode of this guide, we will talk about economy, we will talk about when to force, what to eco, what that even means. And yeah, I hope that you guys liked it. And remember, the only way to get better at the game is to go and play it. Only way to get better. Ignore the haters, just play, have fun, learn, and enjoy.